geez, that was a really long commercial, but all right, I'm just gonna change the channel one more time. I hope it's not the same commercial.
Buried. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the internet podcast, the Buried Podcast, a show where we go into the internet jungle and bring back hidden gems of lore to the public seeing eye. As always, I'm Declan Grogan, and with me is Dylan Ward.
Literally, I got a call from this Discord as I was making tacos, so if you hear crunching noises in the background, you know what's up.
Jimmy Brown.
Well, that means I gotta pull out this cookie I've been saving and eat it at the same time.
And Liam Mann.
Oh, yeah, I actually just got this call to do this podcast as I was grinding bones to make my bread. So if you hear crunching in the background, that's just the bone mills.
This is going to be a hellish episode to listen to.
My very own Ron.
I love myself.
What does he say? What does the giant say again? Like, what does he say?
Buried.
Fee-fi-fo-fum.
Isn't it? Is it of an Englishman, right? He says, I smell an Englishman.
I'm the giant. I have to come.
Does he say I smell an Englishman?
He said, fee, fi, fo,
Yeah.
I'm the giant, I have to come.
No. That's not what he says. No, he does say something like, I smell the blood of an Englishman.
What the?
Yeah, he
He
says,
can
I smell the blood of an Englishman. And Jack goes, what of it? Yeah, what?
What of it?
What's
Yeah,
that,
what do you
Dave?
think?
Are you trying to disrespect me? Are you saying me mother's a whore? And then Jack chops down the beanstalk. That's how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember in the original telling of Jack and the Beanstalk, Jack is actually a soccer hooligan. Who's just like, Chelsea.
Yeah, they put the glass cup around him to keep him buried. He goes, oh, and he falls over and grabs his knee. He goes, yellow card.
What? He was barely walking.
The Giants also was soccer. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you want this said on the podcast. Maybe it's too much personal information, Jimmy, but it's your birthday tomorrow, right?
It is, yeah. It's my birthday. November, June 8th. That's the calendar in Lithuania.
Yeah.
It's gonna be actually incredible.
That's what the date is.
Yeah. This podcast was actually filmed 8 months in the future as well, so nobody knows when my birthday is.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys, I think since episode 20 came out as such a date, I think we should really try to date this as 8 months in the future. So
yeah.
That's fair.
Guys, remember when Queen Elizabeth died and Trump publicly made a statement that he was the one who killed her?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
No one believed him at first, and then
Remember
he had the blood.
Remember when the Queen died and Trump got on TV and said, "Ha ha, loser."
And then he blew a raspberry and smacked his ass.
Remember when the Queen died and 15 different celebrities came forward to say that they were the ones that did it? And there was a whole investigation to figure out who actually killed the Queen.
I was so shocked when
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey came forward and he had literally just the Queen's blood on his clothes. He was the
Yeah.
only one that came
But it
forward
was
with evidence.
But as Jimmy said,
Yeah.
it was confirmed it was Trump. He just
Yeah.
had some of the Queen's blood on hand.
But it
then
was equally crazy that James Corden was the lead investigator. Oi! Who killed the Queen?
But then at the end,
We better do a car karaoke about it.
After Trump was being wheeled off in the paddy wagon, James Corden took off his mask, and it actually was the Queen, and she set up this whole thing. Remember?
I remember
I
being
do
so
remember
that
shocked.
8 months.
I would have never guessed that would have happened on November 3rd.
I need to just say,
How was that 8 months?
No. Back in November
years
3rd.
are shorter in
Oh,
Lithuania.
Today's November 3rd.
If James Corden, if my son was missing and I was crying and no one could console me and the police was sorry, that don't worry, we got our best man on the case. It's James Corden. I would shoot myself. There's no way. James Corden being a lead detective, I have no faith in that man.
Well, it's just all not well. It's funny how you say
I don't
that
think
that's
that's-
it's James Corden, but if it was any celebrity, instead of an actual, you make it seem like
He's
if it was
like,
Hugh
No,
Jackson,
no,
it'd be
no.
Hot take.
Liam, I trust my life in the hands of Bill Hader as a cop, all right? It doesn't matter whatever celebrity it is, but the moment James Corden's on there, I'm like, well, he can never find a missing child.
What if they had like this thing? So you know how like they have like the Make-A-Wish Foundation, right? Like if you're a kid like who's like is sick and dying, like they'll have like like your favorite movie, like the Avengers come in and be like, oh, you're one of us. You're like the Avenger too.
Yeah.
What if they had like a Make-A-Wish program for families of missing people who were like definitely dead, and and they like got like famous like they got like Harrison Ford and like his Blade Runner character, like, whoa, Harrison Ford from Blade Runner's on the case. They're like, wow. He's like, don't worry, I'll do everything I can. It's like to make sure your son's not a replicant.
Okay, right, Liam, I need to ask you, like, what's the purpose of this organization? So does the family also know their child is dead, or is it like, hey, we're trying to console you by acting like your child's still alive? Like,
no, I feel like the way that this is revealed is it's certain to the police that the family member's dead, and they don't want to tell the family. So instead, they send the celebrity over to be like, oh, like they're all like gathered in the conference room, and Tom Holland comes in. He's like, hey guys, what's up? Your daughter's dead. What?
What? No, that's not. Well,
Do you know what's it's actually terrible, because this kind of leads into my topic.
Does it actually?
Really?
In a very vague sense, in the sense of dead children.
Oh my
The
gosh!
false hope.
Oh my gosh! The saddest buried episode ever.
Welcome to the Buried Podcast.
Welcome to the Buried
Halloween
Podcast.
episode.
I really we just got to get right into Jimmy's topic now. I can't let that sit
Well,
on the
so
table
I was
for
gonna
much
say
longer.
that was my gut reaction. Yeah, let's jump right into Jimmy. Or does Jimmy go last, and we have to think about dead children every topic until we get to
Oh
Jimmy?
my gosh! No, I need
right.
us to
Okay.
clear the air.
Yeah,
I'm
many,
still
many
rattled that I said I was
apologies.
gonna kill myself. My son was being investigated by James Gordon, so I need someone else to. I need to just clear
But
the air.
not if it was investigated by Harrison Ford from Blade Runner.
Because my son might be a replicant. I mean, who knows?
Dan Aykroyd comes running in. I see a ghost, and it's your daughter.
Go, gadget, dead daughter.
Specifically, my topic has something to do with the idea of like a replacement for a dead child.
A replicant?
A replicant, so to say. This is the world of reborn dolls.
Oh no.
I'm
Oh
not
no!
sure how many of you guys like know about that. Do you guys have any idea
don't.
what that is?
I have
I
no
already
idea.
know like what it is.
I don't
have
know,
no
but
idea,
by
like,
the name, I'm
specifically.
frightened.
Okay, so reborn dolls are essentially a concept. It's like a hobby, right? Where people will make super hyper realistic infants or toddlers, and do stuff with them. They'll just like pose with them, pretend that they're real children, and all right, it has its good uses, because like we were just talking about, sometimes people will lose a child, lose an infant, and they'll try and use a reborn doll as part of the grieving process. I'm sure if that's like therapeutically valid and all that kind of stuff, that's cool, that's good.
Sure.
But what I want to focus on, and that's the part that's kind of relating to what Liam was talking
Right,
about.
because Harrison Ford can only pretend look for so long.
I'm not finding anything in this cavern.
So
Like, listen, man, I can't do this anymore. These poor people.
Takes the hat off. I can't. All right. I
Listen, I'm taking it off. This is this isn't Decker. It's me, Harrison Ford. I'm sorry, but your loved one is dead.
I have a family I have to get back to.
Sorry.
No, perfectly fine. So these dolls, I want to focus on the kind of weirder hobbyist side of the fandom of like reborn dolls and all that stuff. And so I'll direct you to the subreddit Reborn Doll Cringe. I think that's a pretty good start here. Let me see if I can copy and paste. I'm going to copy and paste you directly to the mascot of Reborn Doll Cringe.
Whoa, what the?
Named Britain. All right. Britain is probably the most famous one, because her mother, quote unquote mother, would always post her, and she looks very uncanny, you know, kind of like freaky. It's not quite a baby, not quite like a toddler. It's just like this weird piece of plastic. But she's famous because her mother would post pictures of her in different poses as if she's alive and caption them with cutesy phrases like, "Mama say this is a throwback Thursday picture of me," and it's like her as a baby. The Britain has words like "Tukey" and "Oi oi oi" as little catchphrases that get thrown around the subreddit, because most of the subreddit is either posts about Britain and jokes about it, who they've kind of accepted and came to love, believe it or not, even though the point of it is to cringe at it. But a lot of it is also, you know, just really badly done reborn dolls, because it's difficult to make a hyper realistic infant, and a lot of them end up looking absolutely terrifying.
Is it hard?
It's very hard.
Can I just say, the top comment on the post you sent us, like, it's like her, you know, their 5th birthday.
Yeah.
The top comment is, "She hasn't aged a day."
Oh,
it's like,
God.
yeah. That's because it's made of fucking rubber.
Oh yeah, it's actually hilarious. I'm sending another couple images of more Britain posts in particular. I would love for one of you guys to read one of them out loud, just for the audio.
I just like, this just feels so is the person who's posting these dolls, like, is it actually a family that's grieving a child?
No, this one, Britain in particular, is not. It's just somebody who's a hobbyist and is just having fun with it.
I want to be crystal clear about that before we just start, you know, making fun of the text that's being posted about.
Yeah, no, that's why I was emphasizing. I'm making fun of the people who are just doing it as a really weird hobby.
Okay.
And sure, it's not harming anybody, but I could still definitely laugh at it.
Declan, you be the mom, and I'll be Britain.
Okay, and we're gonna do this first one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Britain, where's your cousin Ryan?
Me don't know. Me having tea.
Here's Muffles cries. Grass, Britain, is Ryan inside that box you're sitting on?
No, that's my rabbit.
Your rabbit.
Me doing a magic trick.
A magic trick, huh? Well, Miss Magician, why do I see Ryan's little foot sticking out of that box?
Abracadabra! Me make my rabbit turn into Wyatt. Ta-da!
Britain, let him out. Shake my head.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
This is so. Oh my gosh.
I was getting all of the pictures sent in the Discord chat, and the one that I just couldn't stand was the picture of the baby dressed up in a 4th of July. Oh, stop it! Of the baby dressed up in a 4th of July costume, and it's a very serious message, just like, you know, remembering those who served and died for our country and for our freedom. Today we honor you, and it's just like this, like, honestly, if I didn't know this was a fake baby in this picture, I would think it was an, like, 2-week-old infant standing on its legs in the backyard.
Yeah.
I hate how, like, threatening they are. Like, if you read this,
that's such a good way to describe this.
The second one, it's about cookies. It's like, "Day whittle chips ahoy, mama. Weed my shirt. What's it say? Give me cookies and no one gets hurt. Dad's white. Now let me eat in my cookies, please."
Do you think this doll is actually, like, possessed and, like, these are cries for help, so, like, people are like, this is a doll, like a Chucky doll that is trying to kill us right now?
Yeah, it's like, "Oh, haha, look at Britain's doing this time, haha, haha, this
So-
is my address, haha."
What's really popular among people who want to reborn, that's what it's called, like the act of having a reborn doll, is reborning. It's gotten really, really niche in certain parts of the hobbyist community, where people will make mutated versions of regular baby dolls. And I've sent a few in our chat.
The Avatar ones. I've definitely seen that before.
Weird reborn dolls, and your Google search images, it'll come up with weird ass dolls, like pig dolls, wolf dolls. These are like weird combinations of human babies and random animals or aliens or fairies. There's this one in particular that if you go to, at least currently, the reborn doll cringe subreddit and you go to the top of the past month, there's one being eaten by a giant green man. Somebody's
goblin.
tried to make art of it, essentially. I don't know if that's supposed to be the Jolly Green Englishman.
I like how
whatever you were talking about
the
earlier.
green man is just not very realistic, while the baby very much is realistic. Like there's like the art styles in between these. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But no, absolutely vast amount of wild stuff if you really look into the Reborn Doll community. And I think it even has had its, share of drama on Facebook of people debating, everything about everything, what's a
Everything
real
about-
Reborn Doll, what's cringe, what isn't. I don't know.
Just debating the whole of it.
But that's essentially my topic. Yeah.
But with the
Britain, let him
different,
out.
with the different, not human babies. So far, I found like a troll baby, the dude from Narnia when the girl first walks in, he was the satyr, I think.
Yeah, Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas. And then there's an elephant baby, and they look like hyper realistic human babies, but with the features of, like, for the troll, like weird ears, or for the elephant, it's just a child with an elephant's nose. It's just
That's
so
terrifying.
upsetting. And its hands are no, not trunks. That's the nose. Its hands are those stomping things. There's the big, massive, yeah. And then
I
there's
love-
a wolf one. Ugh.
I love watching people who are like new to the subreddit ask questions about it, like particularly in Britain, about Britain. There's a question asking, I know nothing else. What does she do? Is this an ARG?
Is this an ARG? Britain ARG.
Little
Who
Jason.
is Ryan, and why won't Breton let him out?
Go to these
Okay.
coordinates to find Britain IRL.
There's
With
just
blood
something
eye.
about this that just sets like that really. It just like
Creeps
it's
me
probably Uncanny Valley or something, but it just like
It's just
really
a
makes me.
gormless look on all their faces. Like they all just no, it's because a lot of them like stare totally forward, but Britain's like it has like a little side eye like smirk to it. That's just like it knows where I am.
It wants the Tukey now. Oi, oi, oi.
If you're not careful, it'll turn you into Ryan.
Gosh, turned you into a rabbit.
You better leave it alone while it's eating its tooties.
It's cookies.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Oh man.
I can go next.
Smells like a real baby.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I
go
found on
next.
one of them.
Yeah, I can go. It smells like a real baby. Jeez. So, all right. This website is called. I want to talk to you guys about Alwaysjudgemilk.combyitscover.com, which is a website
man.
that is a collection of the strangest books that they're not books you should buy, although they give you links to buy each of these books online. It's just like the title alone says it all. This is the website that shows you like the actual book you can buy, like how to talk to your cat about gun safety, right? Like that's the big meme that you've seen online. That is like a book. But if you keep scrolling, you see all these other ones. And some of these actual published books that you could purchase on Amazon are insane. Literally the second one is called Learning to Play with a Lion's Testicles, Unexpected Gifts from the Animals of Africa. And they have each of the authors' names on them, and it just keeps going.
This one's titled
that's
"Eating
lovely.
People is Wrong" in all caps. It's like, well, yeah.
The
Gosh.
romance novels really get me. There's one that's just
I
called
love them.
But you're a horse.
50 Shades of Nay.
Oh yeah. But you're a horse. I've seen that one before.
Or by far my favorite one. I don't care if my best friend's mom is a Sasquatch. She's hot and I'm taking a shower with her. Or because it's a new I don't know why the subtitle is because it's a new millennium.
See, my favorite ones are the ones that seem like they're silly, but they're genuine. Like, there's obviously the ones that are, like, clearly jokes, like the images you should not masturbate to.
Yeah.
Like, clearly, like, as a joke. But my favorite one that I found so far is Microwave for One by Sonia Allison. Because it just looks so genuine, like she made this little cookbook for... it's just... I like extreme ironing too, where it shows a man ironing on top of boulder.
I
That's got to be
personally
a collection of like pictures like that, right?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
I personally love the one. If you scroll down for a while, there's identifying wood, and there's a man with a magnifying glass looking very intently at a block of wood, and I like to imagine that he's saying, "Oh no, it is literally saying that on the top. Yeah, that's wood."
I'm a little bit upset that this list
wood.
includes Chuck Tingle's #1 bestseller, Open Wide for the Handsome Saber-Toothed Dentist Who is Also a Ghost. And on the cover, it's a dude going into the dentist shirtless and a doctor with a lion head, with a saber-tooth head.
So are you familiar with Chuck Tingle? Because I didn't know about Chuck Tingle till this website, and looking up his other books is just a whole nother topic in itself.
I was joking. There's more?
Yeah, do you not know? Wait, are you actually joking? Because, like, first of all, I love that Chuck Tingle is supposedly a Hugo nominus, which is a award that the book Watchmen that Jimmy Let Me won. It's on its cover.
Yeah.
So, like, this man is apparently won a few awards. And every single one of this guy's, like, books are insane. Bisexual Mothman Mailman Makes a Special Delivery in Our Butts is a book he wrote.
Gay T-Rex
I
law
actually-
firm executive boner.
I have heard of Chuck Tingle many times. He has a lot of these crazy funny books.
Yeah, there's like, it goes on, and I don't know. And apparently they are books, because he wrote one called gosh, where is it? I gotta find it. It's literally all right, give me a second, because it's like there's so many of these dang things that I can't even find them anymore. Oh yeah,
Wow,
here.
it's 30 pages.
All right, I mean, they gotta be quick, right? It's Chuck Tingle Pounded in the Butt by a knockoff book that no, that's not it. Dang it. It's literally a book that says Pounded in the Butt by, like, the idea that people think that these are just covers and not actual books that they can buy online. Is a book that he wrote to let people know that these are books that you can buy. But he's like a whole dude. I don't know. That guy is someone that you could explore for a long time.
Looking at the reviews, it has fantastic reviews. People. It has 80% of the. It has 80% are 5-star ratings, and there's one 1-star review. This is the perfect book. If you like love stories, you'll love this short story.
So it's like everyone just trying to trick people who are into romance novels to buy his books.
Yeah, but how can you be tricked? The picture of it is a picture of a dentist who's a saber-toothed tiger.
Wait, what's the 1-star review?
Yeah, wait, let me look at it.
Yeah, I gotta know what that one is.
Someone's like, I was tricked into buying this book.
I was excited to see about this handsome saber-toothed dentist. Tell me why it was 30 pages long.
I'm totally blanking on it. What was that one play that everyone would go to and it fucking sucked, but they said it was great so that they didn't feel like they were the only dumbasses to go see it?
No clue.
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember the name of it.
Well, yeah, that idea. Yeah, that. Sorry.
Is this real? The beautiful poetry of Donald Trump. Sorry, I just found this. It's a picture of Donald Trump's head photoshopped on a man lying wistfully in a field of wheat.
Mm-hmm. I really like My Macaroni and Cheese is a lesbian. Also, she is my lawyer.
I love the little extra. Well, also, she's my lawyer. That's the final part.
All right, so I think all right, I'll read a little bit of the biography, or not biography, summary so far, or whatever it would be called. Mm-hmm. Mona is on trial, and she's absolutely terrified. After saying that chocolate milk is better than sick water, she's being sued by water itself for $1 billion. Fortunately, this food and beverage-based case is the perfect fit for her sentient mac and cheese lawyer, Hema. I gotta read that, yeah.
I'm like very tempted because I can't imagine they're very expensive, but just buy all of them and then put them on a bookshelf.
Dude, Dylan, au contraire. The one it's funny you should say that, because the one I just clicked on, 1,000,000 random digits, with 100,000 normal deviates, the 0th edition. The paperback version goes from anywhere from $69 to $87, and the hardcover is $985.
Look, you gotta understand. It is so expensive to hardcover a book. Okay, that cardboard cover is like incredibly expensive. Why is that one a million random digits? It's just numbers.
Oh, wait. Okay, I like this review. I was duped by the title of this. This is a 1-star review by Obi-Wan. I was duped by the title of this book. It's supposed to be about random digits, and at first glance you do see randomness, but after reading this book for a while, I start to see a pattern. The top corner of each page, left corner on the left side of the page, right corner on the right side of the page, was a list of sequential numbers from 160 to 628 all in a row. No numbers are skipped. Even the prime numbers are included.
What a fan.
Take the prime numbers.
So like the page numbers.
I love this one, which is like, it's just such a long title of sunbeams may be extracted from cucumbers, but the process is tedious. An oration pronounced on the 4th of July, 1799, at the request of the citizens of New Haven by David Daggett, which is it has to be a real, like, it's apparently a real manuscript of just like this guy gave everyone a lengthy speech about how you can extract sunbeams from cucumbers, but why should you? The process is in fact tedious.
Yeah, see, Declan, not only did he give a speech, they demanded he give this speech. Give us the speech!
Give it to us!
Come on. It's like 3 hours and it's just about cucumbers. We don't care. We want it.
It's 4th of July. We got to do something. I love that it's also like, he's like, come on, guys. You don't want to hear this. It's a tedious process, okay? It's not even something you're going to do.
No, not the cucumber talk again. We want to hear it.
Come on! I gave it to you guys yesterday. Yeah, but that was July 3rd. Today's July 4th.
This time we got someone to write a book about it. Come on, again.
We can't read. Tell it again.
It's 1799 and there's no TV. Read us the cucumbers.
What's a TV? I don't know.
Perhaps if we had enough sunbeams, we could construct one.
Don't you see, people? Anything can be constructed from sunbeams. Television, cars, remote control, lions.
But how do we construct sunbeams? Well, only David Daggett knows. I also love the book Mama's Dating Weird Wayne, and it's just like a family sitting around, and then there's one guy dressed up as a vampire trying to scare them, and everyone's looking at him so upset.
They're like,
oh, Weird Wayne.
Why are you dating him?
Weird Wayne. Wait,
I'm scared.
The book, people who don't know they're dead. That's like such a threatening. That's like a guy's a kill list, I think. People who don't know they're dead. What is that?
They're dead. How they attach themselves to unsuspecting bystanders and what to do about it. Is it like ghosts?
I guess. Because that sounds like, it sounds like, hey, these are the people I'm gonna kill. They don't know yet.
It's a hit list of people who don't know they're dead yet.
They don't know they're dead yet. Albertha Johnson, a middle school English teacher in New Haven, Connecticut.
And they publish the book, and then they get arrested immediately.
Well, I imagine it was published before any of the attacks, so it's like, well, if they would read my shit for once, like English teacher who never encouraged me to write stories, then they would know.
Yeah, that'd be a good murder mystery. They're like an aspiring writer, and they're like, oh yeah, have you guys been reading my books? And they're like, oh yeah, we love reading your books, we love them. But then they go and they check the book sales, and they've had 0 sales. So they write their last book, and it's like, I'm going to murder each and every one of you. Like, I'm writing this book as a warning. They're like, oh, how'd you like my recent book? They're like, oh my god, I loved it. They were so good. And then the axe murders all of them.
Oh, because he doesn't think anyone's actually gonna read them, but they're all dweebuses.
Yeah.
And that's why the saber-toothed doctor was actually also a ghost.
Oh.
The Beginner's Guide to Sex in the Afterlife. It's like, haha, funny, okay, there's sex in the afterlife. But then the second part is an exploration of the extraordinary potential of sexual energy, which makes me think that, like, they're claiming that sexual energy in your time alive transfers over to the afterlife, like as if it's like currency in the afterlife. How horny you were when you were alive.
You know what they say? Get busy coming, or get busy dying.
Anyways, that's my books. That's my topic. All my these several books, and also possibly Chuck Tingle's expansive discography. I don't know, bookography.
The discography of
Library,
Chuck Tingle.
I guess.
Library.
He's a fellow author. See, here at Buried, we consider ourselves more like spoken word books more than a podcast.
Here at the Barry Podcast Incorporated.
Ink slammed in the butthole by the concept of linear time.
Yeah. Our parent company,
Yeah.
Ground Floor Productions, doesn't like us telling you this, but
Yes.
we actually hate doing this. We really wish that
Yeah.
we were allowed to do our real performances.
Yeah.
Liam,
And
would you
and
like
our-
to expound on what a
Yeah.
real performance would
Yeah,
be?
what's our real performance, Liam?
Yeah, okay. So this actually ties back to our grandfather corporation, Nestle,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right, there we are.
of which we are a subsidiary.
We put Liam on the spot. It's like, all right, what Nestle joke can I do?
Put me on the spot, and I couldn't move from it.
Put
was
Liam on
me.
the
It was-
spot and make him say good things about Nestle. Like, that's not gonna end well.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go next.
Hit
if
it.
That's okay. So, I was looking. I was looking at old. I was looking at old like websites, because I don't know, the past couple of episodes of like this since the reboot, I feel like I've been on this kick of like
Yeah.
old websites.
I
I
was
just
trying
find
to
them
find
very
some too.
charming.
Yeah.
And so I was like looking at some of like the oldest websites on the internet. Some of them like are just they're boring and they suck because it's like the first website. It's like like HewlettPackard.com or like MelvinMeetup.net.
Melvin Meetup.
Melvin
I would
Meetup.
love to be on Melvin Meetup.
Hey, are you Melvin?
Wait, you guys not on MelvinMeetup.net?
All the hot singles are.
All the
Melvin
All the hot Melvins.
Local single
you're
Melvins in your area. want to meet up.
single Melvins in your area.
My
Are
husband
horny
died,
for
and I'm
you.
just a Melvin who doesn't want to get remarried. Melvin's in
Mel-
here.
That's what MILF stands
Hot
for.
single
Mel-
Melvins
Melvs.
will make you come in 4 seconds.
Play this Melvin game and come instantly.
This virtual Melvin game will make you come instantly.
Angry
man.
Melvin's looking for sex.
Oh man.
Oh, man, I love
Anyway,
Melvin.
That was a great topic, Liam. That was a
Yeah,
that was a
so
great
no,
topic.
what's your topic?
my topic is Melvin Meetup.
Can we do an episode where that none of the websites are real? We just make them up like that.
We just lie to
Nobody
the
would
audience.
know.
Lie to the audience.
That would actually be really funny.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, what's your topic?
So my topic is fuck. I completely forgot. Yeah. Okay, so I was looking at old websites, and I found this one from 1994. And the kind of history behind this was during the time when sort of the internet was starting to kind of become a thing, and people began this kind of practice of sort of like RobertDeNiro.com, sort of buying up like popular domain names. In order to kind of like sit on them to have, so I would bring your attention today to milk.com.
Oh.
Milk.com was established in 1994 and is updated to this day. The last update was July 21st, 2021. So
Oh,
it's
wow.
got almost 20 years of updates. So this website was created as a sort of bit by this guy named Dan Bornstein, also known as Dan Fuzz. And if you go, it's actually really funny. So if you click on his Dan Fuzz's homepage, it's sort of a mock or sort of a mocking of like shitty old websites. Because his background, it just says gratuitous background image, and it's like planted over and over and over and over again. And he's got all his little stuff. But the thing I really like is he kind of talks about this is where he gets into his sort of his mission behind it. If you go to milk.com/experiments, he has this whole list. It's like this whole list of emails of people who like email him to like be like, because they think it's like a milk. They think he like really tries to emphasize that he's like, I am not with the dairy industry. I know nothing about milk. So there's like people email him all the time and like ask him questions about milk, and he just fucks with them. So there's this guy named Troy Rumfelt emails him. Sorry to dox you, Troy Rumfelt. But he says, I am a student writing a research paper on dairy products and would like to know if you could tell me the pH of both fresh and spoiled cow milk. Thanks, Troy Rumfelt. And Dan responds, It's 429.54 and 101.3 respectively. Really? Did you bother looking at any of the web
Dude,
pages?
this guy's so angry for the guy who owns
Dan.
the milk page.
Dan, those pH numbers are a little high. I'm looking for something more like 6.6 to 6.8. Really? Did you even bother reading the question?
Oh my
Your
God.
friend Troy.
Your friend!
and then he responds, "Of course I read the question, but had you read the website, you'd know that I have nothing to do with the dairy industry and really know pretty much zilch about milk other than the fact that I like to drink it. Moo, Dan." So he does a whole bunch of like this where people like email him and like asking genuine questions about milk, and he just fucks with them.
Okay. I've never read such a like an aggressive yet also friendly conversation in my entire life.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah, usually I started politely, but then he got like so many email because he makes it pretty clear on the website that it literally says, the opening says, excuse me, "Welcome to Milk Communications Co-op, your lactose pipeline." And on it he talks about, so he has a bunch of things like the milk FAQ, like the question, "Is milk.com a commercial ISP?" To which he responds, "Moo." "How much does an ad cost on milk.com?" "Moo." So he responds to all the FAQ with "moo."
I love this. My personal favorite, if you don't mind me interrupting, is
No, go ahead.
out of the experiments, experiment number 54, shared milk experience, is my favorite. Simply because he doesn't respond to this at all. He just puts the initial email on it with no response. "I'm a 7th grader that tested milk for about a week. I added many different chemicals to the milk and found that sour milk has lasted the longest before smelling or hardening, and sweet milk came in second and regular milk came in last. I just wanted to share my milk experience."
Share the milk experience.
That's it.
Yeah. So another aspect of it is he is often contacted for people to buy his domain name. Like a lot of the milk, like, milk. The big milk is trying to get milk.com.
Yeah.
And I think he kind of takes joy in that, the fact that he has milk.com
That
and no one
power.
else does. So if you go, there's a segment called Not for Sale, and he talks about like, people occasionally talk to me about buying the domain for me. And I used to ask, "How much are you offering?" He said, "These days, if you don't mention a number, I probably won't mail you back." And basically, he says his bottom line, he will not sell for anything less than $10 million. If you're not offering $10 million, I am not interested. So he's really hanging on to milk.com.
Why wouldn't he, I guess?
Why wouldn't he? I mean, it's fucking milk.com. But yeah, I think
it's from 1994. It is something where it's like, yeah, milk.com is not a domain I would have like really realized being a super popular domain.
Yeah.
But it clearly is. It's like a
I
very
have to ask
specific
you
thing.
guys, what do you think you would sell milk.com for, realistically? Like, how much money?
Well, $1,000. God damn, I need money, but
$1,000 for milk.com.
For milk.com,
Dylan?
the domain for all dairy, like the most
Dylan!
prized dairy product of all time.
Think of all the possibilities.
Yes, Dylan. The ad campaigns.
Dylan. Dylan, think of the money.
The traffic. There's so many foot traffic
the
goes
milk,
across the
Dylan.
site, Dylan.
there isn't
Dylan,
like
think
a
of all the
man named
milk you
Milk
could
who
buy.
would need the website. And there's no company that's just like,
Oh,
we
but
are
there's
milk.
a product, Dylan. There's a product called milk. It's sold.
Dylan, don't you get it?
Like
We
even
call it
Got
white
Milk
gold.
has its own website. They don't want milk.com. That's why this dude
Well, yeah,
still
but-
has the website, because there isn't a brand that's like, we need milk.com enough for $10
Well,
million.
Well, why do you think they made it into gotmilk.com? Because
Yeah.
they
'Cause they
couldn't secure milk.
Why do you?
Well,
you
also,
think
what
that-
kind of a fucking slogan is like going out to schools? Milk!
Yeah, if Dan
exists.
Bornstein hadn't bought it, it would just be the ad would just be milk?
Milk.
Question mark? Milk?
milk? Period.
Milk?
I mean,
Yeah,
Prairie
they get
Farms.
more and more threatening.
Prairie Farms tried to make cowoil.com work out, and that didn't do very well for them.
Fucking
So-
what?
Cow oil.
I think the idea here is that I would sell it for like, I feel like you could like bottom, and I'm being completely genuine. Bottom like line, probably get it for like a $40,000.
Yeah,
Dude, I think you could get it like for in the
you're a
tens
big
of
business
thousands.
guy,
yes.
so I trust you, Declan.
I feel like that, and like
listen to big
you may
business
be able to
guys.
highball it depending on how big the client is to like 100,000.
Yeah.
Because this is like they're buying this for their home site, you know, and they clearly want milk.com, you know.
Milk.com.
Everybody
It's
wants
that
milk.com.
liquid gold.
Liquid.
It's white gold, Dylan.
It's like that's like those scenes of
That
like
was my
when
nickname
they
in
strike
college.
gold and like the black oil is like raining down. It's like milk just.
Just white liquid coming out of the earth. Grab hold of a teat, Dylan. Grab life by the teat and get milk.com.
I drink your milkshake.
I drink your oil shake. It's like it's the same thing. Everything's reversed to that movie. It's all
Oh,
built
wow.
just for the joke. For at the very last scene, he gets to say, "I drink your oil shake.
I drink your oil shake.
I drink it up."
Suck it all down.
After a long day of work, I can't wait to get home, crack open some Oreos, and pour a tall glass of cow oil.
Cow oil. Yes. Oh, good lactose.
could- Think of all the things that you could do with lactose. Put it in your cereal. Put it in your lamp. Put it in you.
Put it in
It's
you.
milk.
It's milk. It's good. It's good for your
milk.
bones.
Cow oil, good for the bones.
Cow oil.
We don't care.
We don't care. Snake oil.
That actually would have been a better slogan for Got Milk. Just, we don't care, and then it shows like
We
a
don't
picture
care.
of a kid with the milk mustache in the glass or something.
There's just a poster of a child with a milk mustache, and the only text says, "We don't care."
We don't care. I know
don't
it's
care
like the
about
same
this
joke
child.
we made a few episodes ago, but they're like, maybe they
Yeah.
just don't care. They're like, hey, good for you, kid with the milk mustache.
Wow, recycling the same joke. We don't care.
We don't
We don't
give a-
care.
We don't give a rat's
Berry
butt.
podcast.
Berry.
Berry.
We never recycle a joke
We don't
twice in a
care.
row.
I love
Yeah,
I
well,
love me
that's-
some white
that's-
gold.
That's milk.com.
Beautiful.
That's really all there. Really, the only thing about milk.com is Dan being like, "I'm not going to sell milk.com."
I will not sell. I will die on this hill.
It was that, and then also the fuck you power that he got in those emails where someone would email him and he could just like totally bullshit him, like, and they would, you know, oh, milk.com just told me that the pH of milk is between 500 and 200. Like, there, I read a
I like to
couple
imagine
of them.
there's a guy in his computer like, "Huh, what the hell? Honey, I emailed milk.com asking about my dairy questions, and he was quite rude to me."
I'm gonna sue Big Milk. Like,
Do you think that kid, like, you know, emailed water.com to, like, figure out the chemical properties of water? Like, why does he think that that's a thing he could do?
Yeah, and also, if you're doing a study, don't you think that it's important that you do your own number? Like, why would you be like, do you think it was like the night before his fucking project? He's like,
Shit.
fuck, I need the pH, milk.com.
I forgot to get a professional reference. No.
That'll
Milk.com,
work.
they respond promptly.
Do you think he would cite that in his research, like, number, milk. His
210.
footnotes, milk.com.
From milk.com.
But that's milk.com.
Beautiful topic.
Dylan. Hey, Dylan.
Yes.
Dylan.
Yes.
Dylan, you've been going last a few times in a row. I feel like
Just
think so.
twice. This is my second
I
one. in a row, but I
I
don't
went
mind.
first 2 times in a row, coincidentally.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay, so it's just me and Liam that changed places this episode.
And it is very hard. I'll say on most episodes when I don't have a super solid topic and I'm kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel, it is a little bit hard to be like, and I'll wrap us up. But I found a small community on Reddit that displays something that, at face value you look at it and you're like, okay, I get it. It's not that interesting, but I don't know, just something about it really it shows a lot to me, and it sort of like duration art. It didn't happen overnight. It does take a long ass time for this to happen. And the subreddit that I'm talking about is r/desire paths, which is sort of, I mean, you guys have been on campuses. It's sort of the idea where if
yeah.
enough people walk in one direction, stomping on the ground, the compression of their feet over years and years and years will kill all life, all potential of life in a small, short path. And these desire paths usually, overwhelmingly, are created when there's a 90-degree angle turn, and rather than getting all the way to the end of the turn and then turning, the person is just a little bit lazy and they cut through the grass. And now initially, if one person doesn't do that right, there's no trail left behind. But it's just the idea that humans are so lazy that they'll take like a 5-second shortcut and just destroy everything in their way. And it's not one person, and it's not like a coordinated effort. It's just collectively as people, we just want things faster, and it doesn't matter the lengths we go to. Because you look at these, and there are ones where it's just dead space. Like, nothing can grow there, even if no one uses that path anymore.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're taking, like, a route to this topic that's, like, critical of people. I've always thought it was pretty funny. Rather than, like, destroying life or anything, it was just, like, people are gonna optimize themselves, you know, whether or not you want them to. If you make a dumbass 90-degree angle where it could be a straight shot to, like, let's say a campus dorm.
Yeah. Well, and I also think it's funny that, so I'm looking at a couple of these, and I have an interesting hypothesis. I want to see if it's, I'd be curious to know if it's true, because I don't know. There's a few, like I was looking at the top of all time, and they look at Ohio State, and how they kind of like paved, like they made their footpaths designed to be what like the old Desire Paths used to be.
Yeah.
Which is an interesting approach, but I would guess that paving over Desire Path will only lead to more Desire Paths. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because the point of the Desire Path is that you're going between two paths. So if you establish a pre-existing Desire Path as a official path, you're almost inviting more Desire Paths to be made, if that makes sense, you know?
It's the spider web is interconnecting in a way.
But also too, in a way, it kind of contextualizes things, because sometimes, like in my university's like academic quad, the paths are laid out in a very nonsensical way. Like it doesn't seem there's no like structure to it. It's just like there's a path there's like a diagonal path here. There's like a little path, which probably makes me think that it was a Desire Path that they just paved over.
Okay. So Liam, I'm gonna take a step further. The year is 2036. Everything is pavement. Okay, you understand?
There are no Desire Paths.
There are no Desire Paths. We keep going and we just pave it over. All right, no more. Grass is a thing of the past. All right, we don't even remember it.
Finally.
No, see, that's the thing, though. Everything becomes a Desire Path. It just takes longer. The Grand Canyon is a Desire Path for water.
And as we all know, when everywhere's a Desire Path, nowhere's a Desire Path.
And when everyone has Desire Paths, no one has Desire Paths.
I'd like to see, like, a superhero movie where, like, that's the character. Like, the evil villain just has this, like, hyper-specific, like, motivation. He goes, yes, don't you see? I was the director of a university, and all the students kept walking on my desire. Like, they kept making their own Desire Paths. And I spent so much money on making paths, so now I'm going to pave over the whole world. And they're like, okay.
I'm gonna pave over everything. Like,
That's a lot of concrete. Do you have the money for it?
That's the plot of that one Pokemon game with Kyogre and Groudon.
Oh, Pokemon Go.
It would be
Pokemon
Groudon just
Desire
wanted to
Paths
make
rule.
a Desire Path.
Oh, Pokehontas.
Pokepath.
Oh, Pokepath. The game where you just make Desire Paths.
Okay,
also there are Pokemon there.
I might be insane, but like when I'm rounding a corner,
insane.
I'm always cutting through the grass because maybe it's from when I was a kid, but like and I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna see if you guys understand. I'm like, if race cars do it, why can't I? You know, like it's faster for a race car to be closer to the center when turning the track. So I'm like, I'm gonna drift this corner. I'm gonna go like into the middle of the grass and like.
It's all about
fast.
efficiency, baby.
Well, Declan, you also have to keep in mind that you walk at 500 miles an hour.
and you do that thing where you go brrr with your mouth and you like
And you
make
go,
the noises.
And you go, oh no, it's Declan!
And
Declan's like, why isn't anyone else doing it? And everyone else is
every
like,
2
what the fuck
miles
is
I have
that
to
weird
go.
race car kid doing?
And every 2 miles I have to run into the pit and get my feet changed out. drink 15 gallons of oil and keep going again.
I need 15 cc's of cow oil. Stat.
Cow oil, stat, get it in there.
They're like screwing shoes on your feet.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it is crazy how fast I walk.
Yeah, it's kind of frightening.
Which is too bad because I run at a regular pace. It's actually faster for me to walk a mile than to run it.
Yeah.
I'm an abomination of God.
You could say that again.
Yeah. Ha, ha, ha. We like to have fun. All right, anyways, that's been our program.
Anyway, I desire a path out of here. If you
know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we can vote. I want to say one more time again. Like, what I just find so fascinating about this is it's mostly unconscious until it is established.
Well,
where,
yeah,
like, people,
right. Once you see one, I'm taking it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it did take, like, initially, I don't know, 100 people over 3 years, maybe, consistently going over it to just establish a small path.
Well, yeah, no, and two, I think it definitely takes a lot of, like, boldness to walk on not a desire path. You know what I mean? Like, when you're walking on paths, it feels wrong to walk on the grass between two. Like, I feel like I'm doing something incorrect. Like, I feel like I'm, like, an
It's
invasion
just
of
the world telling you that, man. That's not
like,
actually...
like an invasion of the body snatchers. Like, when everyone knows that they're not a snatched body, they all, like, look at them walking. That's how I feel when I walk on undesired path of grass.
I will say, I feel like every university is always just like they forgot to put a sidewalk that goes to a certain door. Like, it just, like, that's always the thing. Yeah. But where do you think we could put a desired path? Like, all right, is there, like, a memorial you're not supposed to walk on, like, grass that, like, in the world you should not walk on, that we could just sort of, like, make a desired path?
Let's put a desired path on the Oval Office. Through
the Oval Office.
So I can tell the president what's on my mind.
What's on my mind? You need to pave over this area I've been walking.
You need to tell that mean man at milk.com to leave me alone.
Stop emailing me.
Stop emailing me.
Have you read this book, Mr. President? It's about a ghost saber-toothed tiger. Oh, sorry, I'm going.
Not now. I'm talking to Harrison Ford. He's trying. He's helping me find.
He's trying to find the vice president.
And then, like, Harrison Ford's like, man, I think this is way above what I expected this to be.
Harrison Ford's like, he's definitely still alive. All right, should we vote?
We go down
I'd
again
say
what
so.
we did.
Vote. Yeah.
I'd love to. First, me. I was the reborn doll, phenomenon, including Britain, the most famous of the reborn dolls.
Then I did the always read a book by its cover website. And I guess
I was milk.com. Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. No, whenever you're done.
Okay.
And
I took a desired path over your talking.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a desired path to cross your fucking skull with the mallet. Anyway, milk.com.
Alrighty. We ready to vote? Oh, sorry, and I was the desire path. I just went. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Dylan's like, my thing does not need an introduction.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh shit! Wait, what?
Oh, we haven't had a tie in literally over a year, I would say.
Oh my god. What do we do?
Oh no! Well, remember,
like an improv
Declan
game
and
or
Dylan
something.
have to come up with like a contest or something.
Yeah. So, we got,
Okay.
first of all, for everyone to know,
Liambo.
me and Jimmy voted for Liam, and then Liam and Dylan voted for Jimmy. So we need to give them a fun little game, Dylan.
Yeah.
Wow, this hasn't happened like probably since like episode 12 or something. I don't know.
I'm still waiting for the one where we each get one vote.
I know. If that ever happens, like we just end the podcast right then. and there.
Oh, wild.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm
man.
thinking. I was like, I don't want to favor any topic, so maybe we just do like, hey, me
Whose birthday
and
is
Dylan,
it tomorrow?
No, me and Dylan are executives, and you guys got to pitch your topic to us. All right, like what as a product, if
As
so
a
you will.
brand?
All right.
Okay.
We're
Who goes
executives at
first?
Nestle. All right. So make it good.
Who goes first?
All right, I can go first. All right.
Okay, Jimmy goes first.
All right.
Come in, have a seat.
Oh, yeah.
Come in,
Okay, have a seat.
please.
Yeah, of course.
When you're
Hi
ready.
all. Damn it, Dylan! It's the second time.
Every time you try to speak, he's just like, whenever you're ready.
Whenever you're ready, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
We're waiting.
Hi all.
I noticed you didn't shake our hands when you came in.
Fuck you.
Whoa!
Has
fuck
you,
Whoa! Hey, all right, that's.
I don't think this interview's
is a
going too
Catholic
well.
corporation.
Hi, all. Has your baby ever died? I was just wondering if you'd be interested in my new project, Reborn Dolls. It's a concept where you can make a fake baby better than any real baby could ever possibly be, and care for it, post it on Instagram, turn it into a werewolf, and maybe even put it in a giant's mouth. It's absolutely beautiful. Do whatever you want with it. Reborn Dolls. Go Cubs.
Who's the target consumer for this product? young boy, who's the target consumer?
That's a good question. I would say people who don't like children. Instead,
Like me. All right.
yeah. People
All right,
who
well, from
want
this
silent
corner, I've got
children.
another question. I've been looking at the prices of these babies, and who's to say that after losing my child, I don't just go grab someone else's?
Well,
So,
I don't control your
ergonomical
life,
option.
sir.
Darn! I was really hoping I could get validation before I go snatching.
All right.
snatch.
Hey, well, stay in the conference room, young lad, because we have a second entrepreneur who's going to come in and pitch across this very long conference table.
Yeah, hi. I just heard. May I enter the room?
Oh yes.
Please,
Yes,
have a
come on,
seat.
come in here.
Oh, this
actually,
guy.
I actually prefer to stand.
Oh,
No.
a stander. Test one
Yeah.
complete.
Yes. Oh man. Whew.
When you're ready.
I am. Thank you, man. Whew.
Are you gonna shake our hands before you start?
Oh yeah, sure. Here, let me grab. Oh,
Very
sir,
moist.
I
your hands are very
moisturize.
soft. Ooh. Anyway, oof, man, boy, am I thirsty. Oh man, do you guys have any water? Oh wait, no, we don't have any water because remember, water was outlawed in last year.
Oh, I do
Oh
remember.
man, I wish I had a substitute drink. But wait, I do. Asterisk pulls out flask. Asterisk. Glug glug glug. Mmm, what a tasty, refreshing drink. And
whiskey.
no, it's not whiskey. No, it ain't scotch. Nope, it's cow's milk. It's cow's milk.
Oh.
Yum. Yeah. No, and also, but why keep that secret just between you and me? That's why I think we should make a website for milk, and people can go to, and they can order milk, and they can also ask questions about milk, and they can get all their dairy related questions. For instance, sir, do you know what the pH of milk is?
Why, no one's ever bothered to tell me that.
Well, let me just go to milk.com. Click, click, click. Oh, it says right here it's 439. Wow.
A reasonable number.
Wow, how reasonable that number was. Milk. Buy milk.com. It's $10 million is my starting offer.
Now, I
young
have some assumptions that I need cleared up. The person operating said website knows a lot about milk?
Oh, no, almost nothing about milk. But that's what you want. You don't want that the working man, the milk is the working man's drink. You don't want any hoity-toity elitism with your milk. It needs to be for the people, by the people.
Haha, for the
You
commoners.
can't have your hands up big business.
Now, young boy with the very soft hands. I have a question.
Yeah. I'm
this
only 3.
This milk thing you're saying you say it's from cows?
Well, 38% of milk comes from cows. The other 10% comes from the other 10% comes from humans.
Ah, a total of 48%. Anyways, I wanted to ask you, do you like grind the cow up? How does you get this cow
No,
liquid?
You ask the cow very nicely. You say, "Excuse me, cow. Can you get on? Can you look over there?" And then you whap it over the head with a brick, and you whack it again with a brick, and then the milk and then you just put it in the milk squeezer, and then the cow's all squeezed up, and you have 1 pint of milk from a whole cow.
Ah, there's probably a lot of milk we can get out of that process. Okay.
Yeah, but no meat you can use. Everything else in the cow is completely unusable.
Okay, Dylan, shall we?
We need a little
decide?
interviewer aside, I think.
Yes.
Just cover your
plug
ears, boys.
Cover your ears and go.
Okay,
la,
I'm
la,
gonna
la,
take
la.
over.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna take over my headphones,
Okay.
but then I won't know when you guys just type in the text box
Okay.
if you want me
Yes,
back.
of course.
Okay, so now that they can't hear us, Liam fucking lied about his topic. He said Jimmy came in and was like honest about what he was saying, like, oh yeah, like this is what happens, this is the reason for buying it. Liam goes, yes, Competent Man, where you can buy milk on his website, but that's nothing to do with milk.com.
He also started off by drinking the flask, and it really seemed like he was pitching milk, and then he went to the website thing afterwards. So I'm happy to give this one to Jimmy.
Yeah, too confusing. All right, in the chat we go.
Yeah, in the chat we go.
3, 2, oh.
Hey,
I'm back.
what's up, guys?
Hey, we decided we're going with the baby doll gentleman.
Oh, that's me. I thought you were describing me. I didn't know that's my
No, you are a fully grown man. We can clearly see that.
Thank you so much, sir.
I'm 48% sure that you're fully
Much
a man.
appreciated.
Based on a technicality with a man coming in and drinking a flask. I just don't want him near my money.
Especially since he's 3 years old. Couldn't run business well. All right. Jimmy.
All right. Declan, take us away. I don't know what's going on with
I
that.
know Liam was going to say it.
I didn't just bring a flask. I brought a holster.
Oh, please. I'm too old to die.
Yeah. Well, why don't you go on and milk me?
Bang! 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 Oh no, I missed all my bullets, and my gun only has 3 bullets in it.
You shot the windows. You shot
Dang
right
it.
in the air. All right. All right, guys. Thank you very much for listening to our little program here. We have an email, berrypodcast@gmail.com. Send us topics you want us to do, or just send us little messages, little fun stuff. We'd love to hear from you. As always, I'm Declan Grogan.
Don Jimmy Brown.
Tacos.
And I'm Harrison Ford, and I'm afraid your loved one isn't gonna make it.